I'm a rabbit.
I fucking love pancakes.
Titty bar.
Fluffed up and side on.
There's no P in the G.
Sexy. I've made you a chili. Get your dick out.
One tit.
I quite enjoy it.
What? Are you fucking crazy?
I think you just took it too far.
Oh my god! That's so Hello, and welcome to Swipe Match Marry, the modern relationship and dating podcast.
I'm James.
I'm Marny.
And I'm Steve.
Join us as we explore love, life and dating in the modern world.
Has the internet ruined dating?
How do you find and define your sexuality?
Do we have to adapt to find love?
We're going to be discussing all of this and more as we attempt to unlock the code of dating culture.
Let's get into the show. Hello everyone, and welcome to season 2 of Swipe Match Marry.
Yay! We did it! A whole season.
Yeah, and specials.
And specials.
And teasers.
And teasers. Teasers show specials.
Can I just say, I know it's the middle of January now, but Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year, everyone.
Dear. Oh, the cat's just come into the room.
Oh, God. My nemesis.
Back with a vengeance.
I better give a disclaimer to our listeners to say that I am heavily dosed up on antihistamine right now, so who knows what I'm going to say or do.
And if you are a new listener, just to go back on something, Marny is allergic to cats, and James loves cats, and we recorded James's.
Well, I mean, I have cats. I mean, I don't just love them. I mean, I do
You
love them.
You do love them.
Yeah. And this one's very fluffy, the one that's just walked in, so he is Marnie's absolute
My
arch enemy.
rival. Anyway, so as per tradition from season 1, I always used to make something delicious for us to eat whilst we were recording, but my new year is that I'm going sugar-free.
I cannot deal with this.
I've done it before, and I worked with James when I did it before, and James was livid with me because all the treats that I made were basically terrible.
What did you make that time?
I made banana bread, but it
Awful.
tasted like sawdust.
It was worse than sawdust.
It tasted like sawdust because it had loads of ground up flax in it to replace the flour.
I'm sorry. Anyone that starts their year with ground up flax
I know.
needs to look at themselves.
Well, I am looking at myself, so I don't fit in any of my bloody clothes, so I'm trying.
You're gorgeous.
But anyway, I did this morning think I'm gonna make a treat with no sugar in it. So I made carrot and apple muffins, and they were so gross that I've left them at home. They're fucking gross.
You can use them as sponges.
Like, I was like, I can't give these to James. He's going to crucify
Did you
me.
put cinnamon in?
They had cinnamon in, they had allspice, they've got some raisins.
Oh, they sound nice.
No flour, no sugar, no butter.
They sound horrific.
No flour? What did you use instead?
Instead, it's ground almonds.
Okay.
And then it's bound together with ricotta cheese.
What? No, thank you. No ricotta. Absolutely not. Ricotta cheese? Is that hard?
Yeah, cheese is fine. Like,
Wouldn't it be the same if you just used like gluten-free flour?
yeah, but that wasn't in the recipe. I just followed the recipe.
Okay.
The recipe was a Joe Wicks recipe.
Oh, is that the guy that says Bosch a lot?
I don't really know. I just know him from his book.
He
got
says
lots of hair.
he's on like
He's the body coat.
he's got lots of hair, and on Instagram he goes, throw it to the pan, put your broccoli in, Bosch, and I'm like, sorry?
Did you think he's Jamie Oliver?
Yes.
It's like where Jamie Oliver cooked everything in butter and cheese, and now he's gone
That's
sugar-free
right.
as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just doing the hipster thing. It's what all the kids are doing right now.
Are
No,
you
it's
doing
good.
anything for the new year?
I started a new job, a new career, new everything, which is terrifying enough, so I didn't need to throw in a diet. But eventually I do need to go back to the gym, and I do need to stop eating cakes like there's no tomorrow. But they're so delicious. No self-restraint. And I excelled at Christmas eating and drinking. In fact, I've got so much wine to drink that I can't go on a diet.
Yeah. That's a really good
The problem is the other half decided to do the January thing, and I was left on January the 1st with a fridge full of leftovers, half a tiramisu, homemade, and I just had to slowly eat my way through it. So it's carried on, I'm afraid.
Oh dear.
Cats.
Right on cue. Cats.
Apparently veganuary is a thing as well.
Veganuary?
Yeah, so being a vegan for January.
Oh, I
no,
see.
it's disgusting.
Veganuary. Please don't alienate our vegan listeners. We have definitely got some because they're friends of mine. So be careful what you say.
Lord. Well, hopefully by the time this comes out, everyone will be over their January fads and diets. Are you carrying yours on past January?
I'm just doing 2 weeks to start off with, and then I'm going to see how I feel Basically, I've done it before. I was sugar-free and carb-free for alcohol-free for 3 months last year, dark times. But so I know I can do it. And one of the things that they always say is that your craving for sugar eventually disappears. That never happened with me, and I just got straight back on it. So I'd like to strike a nice balance, and I liked it when I was thinner, and I don't think there's any problem in saying that.
No, that's fair enough.
No.
So this brings us completely unsmoothly on to something we've been wanting to talk about, which is something I have opinions on, but I shall save them. Oh, go on.
Oh my god! I just thought, based on our Halloween special, we caused a bit of a stir with the whole dog in the bathtub thing.
Oh my god! Yes, please.
Sorry to just segue into that, but I've got a new. I'm going to give you the name of a sexual position, and everyone can have the whole of the episode to have a little think about what they think that is, and I'll give you the explanation at the end.
Okay.
So the sexual position is the mountain goat.
I can only imagine. Just to say that if you don't know what we're talking about regarding dog in a bathtub, listen to the Halloween episode. And if you really, really, really want to know more after you've heard, just drop us a tweet at SwipeMatchMarry and I'll send you a video.
No.
Because we've got video proof of what it is.
Oh god, whatever you do, don't Google dog in a bathtub.
No, do not. It's quite awful.
Do it.
Quite awful.
Sorry, James, I interrupted you.
No, don't worry at all. Mountain goat, right, sure, I'll have a thought. Something I have opinions on. Horoscope dating, people matching themselves, I'm a Libra, who should I go out with?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. What do you think about that?
Oh god, it's written all over your face what you think about that.
Well, quite.
So, I don't think I would be like... So, I'm a Leo. I wouldn't be like... I'm a fire sign and I know that I go better with water signs. I'm not going to, eradicate people.
Sorry, just the fact that you're saying, I'm a fire sign and I know I go better with water signs.
Yeah.
What's that? What's
What
fire
do you
and
mean?
water?
So, there's 12 horoscopes.
Yeah.
Based on at what point in the year you are born.
I'm a Virgo.
They run middle of the month to the middle of the month, roughly. Don't get me wrong, I'm not an expert here. And there's 3 fire signs, 3 water signs, 3 earth signs, 3 air signs, I believe. So earth and air go together, or earth and wind, I think it might be called.
Earth, wind and fire?
And fire and water go together. So
Earth, wind, fire and water.
Fire, and the water signs I think are Cancer, Aries.
So you're Leo, and what's Mr. Finsbury Park?
Sagittarius, maybe?
Right, so I've got a chart here.
Oh shit, girl.
Yeah, so this is on a website, and it's a horoscope chart, and it matches you up. So Leo really should be with Aries, apparently.
Yeah, I know.
Sure.
Yeah, Leo should be with Aries.
You're such a druid.
I'm not a druid.
And
Christ.
what's your thing, Leo, and what?
Sagittarius.
I think
I'm scrolling all the way down here.
Sagittarius, maybe.
Scrolling all the way down.
No, this is awful though. Is he a Scorpio?
Oh no, there we go.
He's
Right,
not a Sagittarius. Sorry,
Oh.
I think he's a Scorpio. He's a Scorpio. Oh God, sorry.
Oh well, he should have been.
Oh, he should have been a Sagittarius.
Yeah, right. I'm going to read it, and
Oh.
this might prove my feelings on
Okay.
horoscope dating, because I know what you and Mr. Finsbury Park are like.
I just want to put it out there that it's not that I don't know my boyfriend's birthday. I just got muddled with the.
Sure.
They both begin with S, don't
Yeah,
they?
exactly.
This combustible combination drips with power plays, a white-hot dynamic you might find infuriating and sexy in equal measure. In many ways, you're complete opposites. Secretive Scorpio is a private soul who rules the night. Leo is an exhibitionist ruled by the sun, and his piercing rays expose Scorpio's hidden shadows. You're not him. Scorpio hates to feel this vulnerable, especially in public, yet behind closed doors it can be thrilling. You're both passionate and imaginative in bed, and very little you won't try. I could go on, but I think that sort of says enough.
I mean...
What do you think to that, Marny? Did that sum up your relationship?
Not really. Don't really have very much more to add to that.
Do you believe in this
Do you know what?
witchcraft?
I am a Virgo, and reading the stereotypes of a Virgo, I am exactly what a Virgo says on the tin. I'm a traditional Virgo. So it makes me curious that I am the same characteristics as someone describes because of the year that I was born. But then, so there must be something in that.
The month.
The month I was born. Okay.
Yeah, but the year is a whole other thing because that's Chinese.
I'm a tiger.
I'm a tiger.
I'm a rabbit.
Oh.
That's adorable.
You are a rabbit, maybe, a little bit. Like, friendly, inquisitive.
I'm a tiger
Right.
because I like cats.
Fluffy tail.
I'm a lion and a tiger. It's
Less about your
an
tail,
epic
thank
combo.
you.
So I do believe in them. I don't believe in the future, but I believe that people are quite based on their personalities of when they were born in the year.
Do you
Yeah.
think
It
that
is
people
quite-
are defined by their horoscopes?
Only if they let themselves.
Okay.
Someone told me something once when I sort of was going, I do not believe in any of this like moon stuff, the horoscope stuff, the star stuff, because I mean, I really don't. But someone said that it could be linked to how, you know, how the moon affects tides.
Yeah.
And we're made out of water, essentially. So there's something about pregnancy and when you're born and what's happening with the water with your mother's body and stuff like that
Yeah.
that is affected by the time of year you're born. And because that's really related back to science, I sort of went, okay, yeah. Well, I kind of don't like completely think that that's rubbish, but more or less I think it's rubbish.
In a certain respect, though, I believe that's the part that I believe in. But then
Right.
the second part is I was working and one guy came into work and he was like, oh, just so you know, tomorrow I'm going to be all over the place. My moon is out of sync. And that was his excuse.
Someone said my moon is out of sync.
My moon
Can
is
you
out.
imagine my face
Yeah.
if someone said that to me?
And then he came in the next day and he was in a disgusting mood. And I was just kind of like, you're only in a bad mood because you've
read it.
Yeah.
somewhere.
you've read it somewhere and you've gone, I'm going to be in a bad mood because my moon's out.
Do you not want to be like, how's your
And-
moon today?
Yeah. Well, I that's how I used to take the piss. I'd be like,
Great.
so how's your moon? Do I need to stay close? Do I need to like back off?
Oh, God.
And I actually found the humour in it, but I was just kind of like, you've led yourself into a bad mood, you know, on purpose.
Yeah.
You've read something in
tried to-
Grazia.
You've read it somewhere.
So,
Awful.
so if you started dating somebody and you found out what their star sign was, and then you looked it up and it said this is a bad combo or this is a good combo, would you let that influence your decision over staying with them?
I am going to admit something. I have done that.
I've
I've not-
Go on, give us a story. So then, in a positive
So-
way or a negative way?
Being on these dating apps, you never really know a person. It's all small talk. Oh, she looks fit, blah blah blah. You know, and I was just talking to someone, and I was just kind of like, I need to know what kind of person you are. So I did. I asked her when her birthday was, and I looked online, and we actually were compatible, and we went on a few dates. We had a great time, but it didn't work out in the end. But I do kind of believe in it.
Do you enough to make you not want to date someone?
Oh, I wouldn't do that. If we
Okay.
weren't compatible, I'd be like, ugh. But I mean, look at you, Mr. Finsbury Park. You're not compatible on the old website, are you?
Don't know.
You're a bit combustible.
Said it
That's what
would
it
be.
All
says.
these websites say different things.
Yeah, I'm sure I've read one that said that we were compatible.
So, Steve, you're a Virgo. Is there anyone that you think we should just have a look at this thing we just read out for Marny?
Do you know what? There is one girl, and I'm very fond of her. And
Fun like
She
a
was-
rabbit.
yeah, well, I am a rabbit.
I'm sure.
And Chinese people think I'm a rabbit. And
I'm not sure that's how it works, but okay.
and she was kind of like the love I let go.
Oh, babes. All
That-
right.
Without getting too deep.
Was it me?
Yeah, it was you. When's
I
your
knew it.
birthday? No, her birthday was on the 19th of August.
Well, that's the day after mine.
Oh, so she Leo as
She's
well.
Leo, yeah.
Right. So I'm going to read from this.
Because now, I'm like, part of me now is feeling like, do I want to know? Or because this could mean something. Because if we're compatible, hey, I might just go and text her.
You're fine.
But-
You're fine. I'll
Oh,
read it.
fine.
I mean, I've read the first line. You're fine.
Oh, shit.
You're playing with fire here, literally.
Oh.
I don't know why literally. I mean, you're
Fire
not literally
sign.
playing with fire.
Fire sign.
Oh, yeah, sure. Passionate Leo is a fire sign, ruled by the sun, and his solar power can light up a universe. I know it's a her. Virgo is a practical, skeptical earth sign who can throw dirt on Leo's flames before they have a chance to combust into a world-changing fire. It's a shame how quiet and subdued the awesome line becomes around Virgo. The problem, Leo is addicted to praise and needs constant encouragement from his mate. Virgo is the zodiac's perfectionist. His critical nature can cause Leo to shrink-wrap himself into diminutive proportions. By the way, it just says something about Jennifer Lopez and Guy Ritchie, but never mind. It talks about, volatile.
Do you know what? It's
marriages.
very weird, but that kind of happened.
Oh, did it?
Right, there you go then.
You trampled a fire.
I trampled a fire. And this has happened recently. Like, I've met a couple of friends that I haven't seen for a while. I was like, oh, do you remember this? Do you remember that? And they're like, yeah, you were so miserable. And I try to be such a happy person. And that's actually a New Year's resolution, to try and be really I am a positive person, but to be really
outwardly
spirited,
positive.
like positively spirited. And because I was just everyone bombarded me with oh, you were miserable on that. Oh yeah, you did half complain on this, and over the past 3 months you've been yeah, you've been complaining a lot.
Yeah.
So, maybe this is a good wake up call for me to be.
Or maybe it's just a load of bollocks.
Maybe it's a load of bollocks, and I should just text her anyway.
Yeah. Not that I believe in it.
it's maybe we should have Steve's time.
Do you want to text her and you want to use this as an excuse and a reason to text her? That's how.
Yeah, but you can't
feel.
You can't start a text with, I've been doing my horoscopes.
No, but this is, people sometimes ask questions in order to seek the answers that they want to hear anyway. It's
I'm literally going to phone up Del Winton and sign you up as Mystic Meg again, because, this is sorcery.
It's like you want a reassurance that, it's like you've had this idea, you think you want to text her, there's something holding you back, and now you want a reason or some reassurance to get in touch.
Okay, can we talk about this afterwards? Because
Sorry.
This podcast can't be about... We need to get Steve.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because I'm going to cry.
Oh, no.
Good. I don't believe in it at all, but me and the fiancé, I'm just going to read what that means.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You make great friends since you both love to gab about everything from the Times to the tabloids. Conversations are fever-pitched and fascinating. You're both well-versed culture hounds. Romantically, the temperature may be tepid, though Leo is a fire sign ruled by the blazing sun. The regal lion wants to be consumed by passion, heat, devotion, attention. Gemini is an air sign driven by speedy, informative, gathering Mercury. What? Listening to the Leo monologues, which span from political diatribes to emotional melodramas, is sheer torture. When Gemini dares to interrupt the king or queen. What is this bollocks about?
No, you say this, but do you know what?
The beginning is true.
I don't know what star signs you two are, but from what they're talking about, I know which one's which.
Go on.
Simon's the Leo.
Yeah.
I know it was only 50-50.
Well, we've got 4 stars next to our match. Yeah, but all that bollocks at the end, listening to the Leo monologues and when Gemini dares to interrupt the king or queen. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
It goes a little bit too in-depth, but...
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't it interest you a little bit?
No, it really doesn't. To me, this is absolute... rubbish, and it's just people writing stuff down and people read into it what they want.
Okay.
But that being said, it is true, but that doesn't define this. There's lots of other stuff about it, but it's just that thing,
so
isn't
you're
it?
oh, but actually there is a bit of truth.
But there is a bit of truth.
But it's like tarot cards. Oh, I'm deaf.
So
what?
are you saying if you started dating someone new and they asked you your star sign, you would be put off by them?
Well, if they started going, can I read your tarot card? Show me your palm. I'd be like, no, thank you. I'm good. If it was that important to them, it would not. We're not spiritually connected because,
You think it's a load of bullshit?
I do a little bit. I don't have a corn dolly.
Right.
What?
Well then.
Talking about
I think
shit Nicolas Cage film.
Corn dolly.
They've got corn dolls in that, haven't they? What film is
I
that?
don't know.
The bees, not the bees.
I've not seen that.
What is it?
It's not Con Air, is it?
We hope you're enjoying the chat so far. We love hearing from you guys, so if you've got a fun dating tip, a dodgy dating story, or even if you just want to say hello, send us a tweet at SwipeMatchMarry.
And if you'd rather remain anonymous, you can send an email to swipematchmarry@gmail.com.
Scandalous.
Now let's get back to the podcast. Okay, so there's something that I want to talk about because I feel like it's been a high-profile thing recently among some celebrities, and that is sexting. So what sexting is, why people do it, should you forgive people, does it constitute as cheating? A high-profile case that I am referencing is Tess Daly and Vernon Kay.
Oh,
Twice sexter.
Tess.
off of Strictly Come Dancing.
What, Tess sexed someone?
No,
Sorry, it's just because I think I know what you're talking about. Sexting is like texting dirty conversations between people.
Yeah, it's like eliciting sex via text message. So you're not, there's no P in the G, but...
Sorry? Penis and vagina. I get you. All right.
Or D in the V. Dick and vagina.
Okay.
D and the B.
Oh, God.
Or the V and A.
Or scissor. Scissoring.
Sorry.
What?
Okay, we digress. Carry on.
Yeah.
Tess Daly fingered...
Yeah.
No.
No, Tessa didn't finger anyone. I mean, she might have fingered herself. Who could say?
Oh, right, okay.
Tess Daly's husband, Vernon Kay, quite a while ago, quite a good few years ago, maybe even 2010, got caught sexting like a 19-year-old girl. And she very publicly forgave him and stood by her man and was going to continue to make their marriage work, etc., etc. And now has ended up in 2016 being relatively shamefaced by the fact that he's been caught sexting the same person again.
So when was he caught again?
Just really recently.
Oh, really?
Like literally just before Strictly
Oh,
started.
call
I'm
it a
sure.
day. He's obviously not bothered.
I feel if you're in a relationship, then that form of intimacy that you solemnly vow to be with that one person includes sexual activity of whatever. Why sex your wife?
Yeah, sex
Do you
your
know what I
wife.
mean? Be at work and be like, rather than sexting a 19-year-old girl, give Tess a little
Bound chicka wow wow.
bound chicken. Wow.
Oh, the thought of Vernon Kay sexting me. Ugh.
Like he's halfway through filming The Wall. She's halfway through Strictly Come Dancing. Cheeky little text.
No, he hasn't been on TV for ages.
What's the wall?
I don't know. It's that heartbeat thing, isn't it?
What?
He does something. Well, anyway.
He does loads of things. He's very popular.
His daytime
Does he
game
really?
His
He
daytime
He does
game show.
Family Fortunes, doesn't he? Is that still going?
I don't know. I thought that was Les Dennis.
It was like
So sexting is...
Well, he cheated on Amanda Holden, didn't he? Oh no, she cheated on him.
Yeah, shit on him. Our survey says.
So you think it is cheating then?
I think it's cheating, definitely.
Yeah.
And do you think it's grounds for breaking up with someone?
No.
Well, I think it's grounds for you need to admit that something's wrong.
Yeah.
I do think it's cheating, and I don't necessarily think it's grounds for breaking up, but you need to definitely question something about your relationship that's clearly not working.
Yeah.
And maybe if they work through that, then they do work through that. Maybe they did work through that and came to a great point, and maybe they've now plateaued and gone back to where they were. Whereas this time, they can't hide the fact that they can fix it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I guess, relationships are hard and they go through tricky patches, but I don't think that there's really an excuse to get to a significant level of intimacy with someone else through whatever, like dating or sexting. It's kind of just as bad. I think that acknowledging attention or chatting to someone is fine, but I think that you've got to be responsible and smart enough to go, oh, this is too much and this is a betrayal, and it should make you realise that you're not happy or you need to address things in your relationship.
Yeah.
And, because sometimes, let's say things are not going great and you might just need a bit of attention and it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Which I don't really think is obviously a nice place to be, but you never know really. I don't agree with this particular example, and I do think it's definitely a form of betrayal and definitely a form of cheating and something that I would never enter, but I just you can, people have got reasons for anything, but I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
I think it's quite a modern phenomenon as well, the whole sexting thing. It's something that we didn't really deal with 10 years ago, let alone 30, 40 years ago. If a married man in the 70s or 80s had an unhappy relationship, or a woman had an unhappy relationship, there wasn't a kind of outlet for that. So I guess the extreme case there would have been going out and snogging someone on a night out, maybe. So maybe I'm not saying that I condone it at all, but maybe it's just a way of releasing a bit of tension in a really easy faceless way. It's that whole anonymity thing as well. Not that you're anonymous from the person because they don't know who you are. What I mean by that is you are hidden behind your black mirror, behind your phone screen, and then you can easily, if it's not responded to, you can easily just go, oh God, I was really drunk, sorry, ignore it, or oh, my mates were dicking around, it wasn't even me. There's loads of ways that you can back out of it. It's
away.
not like...
Is that what Black Mirror means?
Yes.
Well, your phone screen?
Yeah, like all of the devices that we look at are black mirrors.
Is Black Mirror?
Your television is a black mirror. This is a black mirror. Your iPad
Well, I
is a
love
black
the
mirror.
show Black Mirror and I had no idea.
Yeah, you idiot. That's what
Sorry.
it means.
Oh, well.
I didn't know that.
But hang on, what about sexting if you're in a relationship? Is that a thing, or does that not refer to that?
What, sexting your wife?
Well, sexting
your
someone
partner.
you're with, dirty messages.
You could sex your partner.
Like, I'm getting home in 10 minutes, get your dick out, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I think it's just an umbrella term for perhaps sending a dirty message.
And if it was a long-term relationship,
Long distance.
Yes, that's the word.
Yeah.
Say it was a long-distance relationship, you would, you'd have to do certain things. Oh, you wouldn't have to do them.
Oh,
but
yeah, you get
would
a wee
want
vibe.
You would want to get a
what?
A wee vibe.
So a wee vibe is
God.
Marny, you need to write a book. Why do you know everything?
Marny and her toys.
A wee vibe. It's a vibrator that's shaped like this that you push inside yourself, but it's controlled by your partner's phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remotely.
What's
So basically, yeah. You can get it for boys as well.
Where would you put it?
Well, you put it with your
You
mum.
can get controlled cock rings and stuff. There's
Just
an app
imagine if
for
you
it.
put the wrong username in. And
Yeah,
think
can you
you're doing it-
imagine?
You
think-
don't. It's all Bluetooth.
Imagine if you got your
just
mum.
connect to it via Bluetooth.
Oh, so you have to be in the same room then?
No, you can do it from the other side of the world.
Oh, but
That's why I brought it up, because of the long distance relationship.
So you can pair a wee vibe via Bluetooth
I
on the
get
opposite
you.
side of the
No,
world.
you pair your own phone to it via
okay.
Bluetooth, and then you connect with someone else with Wi-Fi, and then they get to
So you're just
control it.
walking around the street all day long, getting on with work, and they're sending you vibrations.
Yes, in theory, you could do that, but I don't really think it's designed for you to just have it in all the time. You put it in for a spot of fun.
Okay, so when you're sexting, you can put it in, and they could be triggering you as well as
Yeah.
texting you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's quite fun.
that's a great idea. I like that. I don't have a vagina though, sadly, and I'm not wearing a cock ring. Come on. Good lord.
So, what do you think about sexting if you weren't in a relationship? Have you sexted whilst being single?
Oh, as in as a kind of come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
it's like a flirt.
I've got
Yeah,
my tits
probably.
out, and I want you.
Probably, yeah, definitely.
That's just one of my tastes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
It is quite hot, isn't it, when it's that stage? You don't know them that well, and you might not have had sex yet, and it's just foreplay, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a modern form of foreplay.
I mean, how do you... Yeah, so whilst you're sexting, do you masturbate at the same time? Or
I
have
think
you?
that's quite difficult, isn't it? Because you've got one hand on your phone.
What do you
Okay.
mean?
Wow,
Easy.
typing, wanking, hard, surely.
Or you just use voice memos?
Oh, that's weird.
You're an expert.
Well, no, I admit I've done it.
Have you? Voice
Yeah.
memo?
No, not voice memos.
Ugh,
but
I've got my
texting,
dick out.
Sexting. I've sexted.
You've sexted me a few times.
But
I've
I was having fun at the same time.
Oh, okay. Nice. Has that been recently?
Not recently, no.
Oh. I don't know.
Look, Marny, you've learned something new about me. You don't need to be shocked.
I'm not shocked. I just think that was a canted step too far.
No, we're all
Is it?
But I
friends here.
enjoyed hearing about it.
Good.
Thank you for
Yeah, so
sharing.
basically, sexting people when you're in a relationship and you're sexting somebody else, not good.
Well, not good. Just please, just sort your life out and have a word with your partner about it.
Yeah, just
and
be honest.
know what's wrong with your relationship.
I need
and
more
work that
attention.
and then work on that, rather than sexting random people.
What is a 19-year-old girl wanting with Vernon Kay?
Money.
Ugh.
Well, he's famous, isn't he? She's probably...
Oh,
you
God,
know.
and
And
But then-
back in the day, he was quite handsome.
No, he's tall and from Bolton.
But then on the other hand, if you're not in a relationship, sext away.
Or if you're in a
It's
relationship,
great.
sext your partner.
Or buy a Wii Vibe and stick it in your vag and get your boyfriend to control it via Bluetooth or something. That's great. I think that's brilliant.
So, we've got two things to do before we finish.
Yeah.
One is I want to know what this mountain goat is because
All right, tell
I mean
me-
whilst we've been here, I've written it down and I've drawn a picture of a goat
So you
on a
have.
mountain.
Oh, bless it.
Trying to think that one so am I thinking it's right that you've got like one knee on a chair and like one leg off a chair, and you're like bent over
That
dining
is
room
fantastic.
table. That's what when you're just kind of like half up on something and then half down on the floor.
Yeah,
To, like, open
I get
up.
your logic. To open up. Oh, God.
Hang on, that is the most awful thing I've ever heard. Open up like a flan.
Who opens up a flan?
What do you mean?
You cut a flan.
James, what do you think about what a goat is?
I don't know, but I think it's probably something to do with your horns, like holding onto their hair, like they've got horns.
Not all goats have horns.
Do you bleat?
Yeah, that's what it is. No, so basically it's actually not as insidious as easy as you're making it out to be.
What?
Basically it's it's basically doggy style but right up on the edge of the bed so that the girl's fearful of falling off and is always pushing
Fearful. Who needs that fear in
So
their
it's
life?
like when you're like doggy styling a girl and you push them right to the edge of the bed and then they like they have to push back because
Bloody
they're so
hell.
near.
I hope they don't show this
They're
on
scared
Planet
of
Earth
falling.
3.
Yeah.
How awful.
And like you could put stuff on the floor like broken glass.
What? Are you fucking crazy?
I think you just took it too far.
Oh my god! That's so naughty!
Right, move on. We know what mountain goat is now. Don't put glass on the floor, please.
It's a new year. I'm going to enjoy myself.
So we've decided for season 2 that we're going to end on something we love more than anything, and one of the reasons why we're here is to sort of share the awkwardness of dating and how awful it can be. So what we're going to do for every episode of season 2 is at the end we're going to finish with a little dating story, and we'll really encourage you to send us yours. Tweet us, email us, whatever you want, but we're going to read one out at the end. All anonymous and hopefully hilarious.
We'll call you Dave.
We'll call you Dave.
This has been sent in by Dave. Dave is female and straight, just for a bit of context.
It's a funny name to have if you're female and straight.
Exactly. We had a date. He came back to mine. We were intimate, but I clearly said I didn't want to have sex with him. I used the old "I've got no protection" line, which he responded to, "That's okay, it doesn't matter." I mean,
What?
first warning sign there, right?
Yeah, quite.
We went to sleep and I was wearing full brief knickers, but they had a little stringy side bit. About 6 a.m, I woke up to something prodding my hip, and he had pulled the string away from my body and slipped his bone in between my skin and the string. It was essentially like wanking himself
On his hip.
like
on her
Dave's hip, but between
Oh,
the,
so just like
the string
humping
of
her
pants.
undergarments.
Yeah. I looked at him and I couldn't say anything. So he just said, "I'm sorry." We both rolled over and pretended to sleep until we had to get up for work.
Oh dear.
Yikes!
Oh, that's awful.
Isn't that
that is
really? I mean, that's just
awkward.
so many shades of awful.
I mean, yeah, but the problem is, and I don't mean to generalise, but when you have an erection, like, it feels really nice. And I think that sometimes guys, I don't know, just run away with themselves a little
Yeah.
bit. And I mean, that's a bit
He
inappropriate.
did this
isn't
while
it?
she was sleeping.
Yeah, that's
No, that's wrong.
She woke up
No, it
to
is
that.
wrong.
Like,
It is
if you're
wrong.
if you're in that situation and you wake up in the middle of the night and you are next to somebody that you're not really ready to have sex with, just go into the bathroom and knock one out for 5 minutes and then go back and sleep.
Just 5 minutes.
Oh, however long it takes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but then what if she'd woke up and found him wanking in her bathroom?
You lock the door.
Oh god.
Yeah, I appreciate that she was asleep, but maybe he was sort of a bit sleepy as well and didn't really know what he was doing, but was next
I
to an
think
attractive
the fact
lady.
that he said, "I'm sorry," and then
I'm
rolled
sorry.
over,
How pathetic. I wonder if they saw each other again.
I don't know. I don't know if
They're
they
now
did.
happily married with 3 kids.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. So
Any-
that's that poor
Oh,
person.
God.
But thank you very much for sharing. I'm sorry that we had to make you relive that.
You poor lady.
Apology. Well, I just want to say it's an absolute pleasure coming back.
Isn't it?
I've had a lovely time, and let's have a great season 2, shall we?
Boom.
Let's
Season
try.
2.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Swipe Match Marry. Remember to subscribe using your podcast app so you don't miss out on any future episodes.
And why not write us a review? It's quick, easy, and helps us improve our ranking in the iTunes store. If there's anything you want us to cover, send us a tweet at Swipe Match Marry.
As always, we hope that next swipe leads to a match and maybe even a lifetime of happiness.